Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options. FX options are a low-risk alternative to hedging currency moves in any market condition.
Now, we're about right out of time, but I definitely wanted to spend a moment to answer any particular questions we have. And I know there's a lot of people that we've already got a couple questions. You may, if you had a question on your mind, type that in right now. If you're not familiar with any of my work, I've written several books. This is what I call my best, greatest work, Candlesticks and Pivot Point Trading Triggers. I call it the Bible of trading. This was my first work that really did great work on teaching people what I was doing with candles and pivots, and it really did revolutionize how people started to examine learning about pivot analysis. This was written, oh gosh, now it's 7 years ago. The Forex Conquered book was a book that came out specifically designed for foreign currency trading. It actually gave a couple trading systems out, both included the code for Genesis as well as TradeStation for TradeStation users. And these are some trading courses that I've developed, one based off a 3-day seminar that we held. And we have a course, our traditional course, and our Forex home study course. So all these products, the books can be found on Amazon.com, and the trading courses can be found on our website at nationalfutures.com. And my contact information is jperson@nationalfutures.com. The website's nationalfutures.com, and our office number 561-655-1881. So,
hey, John, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm sure a lot of the attendees are wondering, what's the best way? You delivered so much material. If they wanted to be a student, what's the best way to contact you? And what should they be looking for if they are a student?
Well, first off, just go to our website, nationalfutures.com, or you can call our office, 655-561 area code 655-1881, or email us and say, here's what I'm interested. This is what I do. What's best to suit my needs? Steve, everyone has a different learning curve. Some people like to read books, and some people, need a little bit more. They want a little bit more visual, so a trading course might be best for them. If they're trading just your product, they may want a little bit more in understanding with options, so one course is better than the other. So it all depends on an individual's need. We also have a trading room, and I do attend and am invited to speak at a lot of the conferences. And Steve, we will be at the, as you will, it'll be looking great. Forward to seeing you again in New York at the Traders Expo in mid-February, correct?
I won't be there, John, but I'm sure you're going to have a great show. I have another conflict.
Be there? Come on, it was my turn to buy. I was buying. I have the bar tab this time.
Guys, if you're in the New York area, please go to the Traders Expo. John and I have spent a lot of time together in Vegas at the Vegas Traders Expo, and I learned something from John every time, so I'm sure it would be time well spent if you're in the New York area, or if you just want something to do, again, fly into New York. I don't think the airfare is all that expensive, so the hotels might be a different story.
I'd say, you know what, folks, you're at the right place. Stick with the ISC. They do wonderful webinars, and they have a lot of educational content, and their brand new website, Steve. It's pretty powerful website, folks. A lot of great educational information there as well. And, you guys just do a phenomenal job. I don't think there's any way that I can improve on things.
Thanks, John. Let's take some questions. I see one from Mike. He says, person pivot points anticipate share price moves, but what about forecasting vol of the option? And since the share price and volatility, let's see if I missed that, missed the second part of it. Share price.
What he's saying is sometimes maybe the share price moves,
of the option value
doesn't.
Yeah, I guess what he's saying is that no matter what we're doing, whether we're looking at a price of Google or the euro against the U.S. dollar, what about the options part? Well, I guess part of this question is I should answer, is that we do a lot of presentations at the ISC on all the different factors that go into an options price, and you can definitely come and learn more. I'll be delivering. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be delivering some material on what we're calling back to basics, and I'm delivering 8 different classes. So tomorrow will be the second one, which strike price to trade. But later on, in about a month or so, I'll be talking about FX option volatility and how it impacts option prices. So, John, do you have any points on, does that option price scare you when you're looking at the options, and how do you consider that the price when you're looking at, you might have a view on seasonality, but what about the options?
One of the neat things, and if I could switch back, we can even look at volatility index. What I just showed you with the person's pivots, in fact, and looking at that the PPS, hard to see right this second, and we had a little bit since we're just about a minute to go. But the person's pivots and the PPS that I've designed and developed, one of my trading systems, actually does a beautiful job of showing movements in underlying volatility index, specifically the VIX. I know that's not this gentleman's questions, but how do we design? A lot of option software helps us give theoretical prices, since remember, options are just strictly a derivative of the underlying market. There's a couple things that can affect the option price besides stock movement. It could be the demand for that particular option. And so if there's a lot of people that are, at times you always see if a market's going up but call prices are going down, is on the floor, we used to look at that and say, holy Nikes, this market's getting ready for correction to the downside, because some of the bigger boys are writing or selling those calls. They're not selling the underlying market, they're selling the options. So sometimes options values can play, they could be good and they could be bad, and you've got to utilize a little bit more experience. But a lot of software out there, there's a lot of trading software that can help you with that theoretical pricing in where the option value should be to where the underlying market should be, especially in time and price conditions. So maybe that's something that the person who asked that question, that's one of the things that may help them down the road.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.